Hey guys, you know, I had a challenge. My other computer, and I hopefully you can hear me because this thing mm, is trying to test me today. So I hope you can hear me. I'm not really sure whether or not you can hear me or if anybody's even there. Um, because I scheduled the thing and I said, okay, I'm kind of scared to do it at 11:30. I only got 10 minutes in, so I was popping all my stuff in. And when I went to do the live, the camera wouldn't come on. I said, "Oh Mike, are you serious? Is this even happening right now?" So I had to hop on my other laptop, and hopefully you can hear me because I don't have my microphone, external microphone hooked um, to this laptop. But hey, it is what it is, right? So anyway, whenever you join me, just say hi and come in, and I just want to have a discussion about this because what I posted on my Facebook page about the uh, stepping into your greatness. I've been around for a while. I'm 60 years old, so I don't feel 60 though. I don't know what 60 actually feels like. What is there? Is that even a thing? Is that a feeling? 60? 60 is a feeling. But I can tell you that, I've been here 60 years. And to think about that sometimes a little daunting to think that it took me 58 of those years to really start thinking about what I wanted out of life and how I was going to go get it. Not living in that lack and limitation mindset. Yeah, because a lacking limitation mindset can really hold you back, depending on what it is, right? So if your lacking limitation mindset is around money, or is around what you can and cannot have, as far as material things, what you can and cannot have as far as relationships, then you will continue to live in that lack and limitation atmosphere and not have what you want. I am going to turn off my notifications because suddenly I am getting tons and tons of notifications, and it will start to be very annoying momentarily. So I just want to kind of have a discussion. So if you come in, say hi. Vivian, I'm here. I want to say something, or I want to type something because I can't bring you in because I don't have an external streaming software hooked up, because I deleted it because I thought it was the thing that was stopping me from streaming on my other computer. And so I deleted the whole thing. Probably have to download it again because I was trying to figure out how to work it, and it just wasn't working. But anyway, so if you're here, I don't think my microphone may or may not be working at all, but I hope that you can hear me and maybe see me. And I know it was a last minute thing, so if you don't get here live, it's okay. It's perfectly all right. You can see it on the replay. Because I'm trying to do this where I'm doing more of my lives I'm going to try to start that. Let's say it that way. Where I'm doing more of my lives on YouTube and maybe posting to Facebook versus doing live on Facebook and having to do all the editing and doing all that whole 9 yards and then posting to YouTube, because that's a little bit more cumbersome to do. Well, not really cumbersome. I could just take it and upload it if I wanted to. I don't really have to do all the editing. It's nice to do, and it may get more views. But sometimes I think what happens with stuff like that is we make excuses as to why we're not doing something, and then not do it because of it. I'm just going to turn down the notifications on this other computer as well, because they will get pretty loud. But anyway, if you come in, let me know that you're here. Let me know where you're coming in from, and just tell me, have you already stepped into your greatness, and you're going for your dreams, and you're doing the things that you need to do to get there? Or are there still dreams that you have that you haven't accomplished because of maybe a fear or something like that? Because, for me, it was picking up everything and moving to a foreign country. Now, mind you, I absolutely love Italy. I don't know what it is about the place. Well, I do. I don't know what is the word. I felt like home. I felt like there was something about the atmosphere that really spoke to me. It was like I could breathe. I can breathe everywhere physically, but just going out and looking at the landscape and seeing how, at least where I went, how carefree the people were, and how they cared about each other, and the relaxed atmosphere. Yes, people worked, and they worked hard, but they didn't let work take over their whole lives. Kind of like here in America, what we do is we kind of like let work just pretty much take over everything. We neglect family, we neglect our health, we neglect a whole lot of things because we're working. And it's okay to be dedicated to your work. It's okay to be like a go-getter, you know. But in the end, when the work is through, and when you have to go home and that sort of thing, what are you going home to? Are you going home to a family that's dissatisfied with you because you're working all the time? What are you going home to? And that's one of the things about stepping into your greatness. How are you stepping into your greatness? How are you showing up in the world? I know that in my younger years, I was very ambitious because I didn't want to ever be in a position where I had to depend on somebody else for my livelihood. And I worked a lot. I worked so hard sometimes that I kind of was laser, just like tunnel vision on it. And back then, of course, I didn't really understand the concept of the freedom part of having your own business. So my ambitiousness was towards getting promoted on my job, moving ahead, moving to something better, so and so and so forth. And so that's what I worked towards, and I did a good job of it. I was really ambitious, and I worked and I worked and I worked and I worked overtime. I did all this whole 9 yards, and so I advanced on my job. Well, I was thinking about something the other day when I was going over my reflecting, going over my past and the lessons I've learned from my past. so that I can know what to do and what not to do in my future, in my present and my future. And that was a story of my son when he was a little baby, and I was working, and I used to have to get up at 3 o'clock in the morning because I had to be at work at 4 a.m. And when he was a baby, I mean, like baby, I had to work a lot. And so I had to take him to a babysitter. And it always broke my heart whenever I had to drop him off. But he was such a happy baby. But the one thing that really broke my heart was that, you know, when you're a mother or a parent in general, you want to see your child's first step, right? I missed that. I was at work, and I was told by my supervisor that I had a phone call, and it was my babysitter. I thought something was wrong, you know. So, but she was really, really excited. And I said, "What's the matter? What's the matter? Is he okay?" And she said, "Yeah, he just took his first step." Well, back then you didn't have the cell phone with the camera and everything, so she could show it to me. I wouldn't have been able to see it anyway because I didn't have a cell phone back then. And that just, I remember falling down on the floor and crying because I missed my baby's first step because I was working and I had to work. And so, but I still wasn't aware of what I needed to do to not have to do that. You know what I mean? So now, you know, fast forward to today, I realized that if you want a life with your family, if you want to be there for your baby's first step without having to ask for permission to be off, then you need to have your own gig, right? You need to have your own business, or you need to have something that's going to allow you that time and financial freedom that's going to allow you to be home with your children, to be there and not have to work. Personally, you know, I am Ibuumerang. That's the statement that I put in the description, because that is the mechanism which I will use, that I'm using, that I'm using to not have to sacrifice on my dreams anymore. So what are you using? And that it doesn't matter what you're using. I mean, whatever method you're using to reach that pinnacle yourself, to say that, okay, this is going to be my mechanism for financial and time freedom, so that I can spend time with whoever, whether it's your children, your spouse, your girlfriend, your boyfriend, your friend, your whoever, so you can spend those quality times to build and have those relationships that you want to have without the stress and strain of ongoing, you know, I have to go to work. Oh, can you go here with me? No, I got to ask for time off. Oh, I can't get time off, or whatever, you know. And there's nothing wrong with having a job, so don't assume that that's what I'm saying. It's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that sometimes jobs are fantastic, but then sometimes having a job can be very restrictive on your life. And a regular job, regular 9-to-5 job. When you own your own business, or you are in charge of your own business and how you make money, then that gives you that freedom. Now, it may not happen like in the first day of whatever you're doing, because I know in an Ibuumerang, it's a network. It's a business on the network marketing platform. It's it doesn't work unless you do. And that's with everything. Even on a traditional job, if you don't work, you're gonna get fired. So that way you're kind of in control of your money a little bit, where if you know how much work you're going to put in with it, right? So, and I apologize, guys. I know nobody's here and all of that because I did a last minute shot out there and just hoping that people would come in and have a chat with me. But I'm talking to myself right now. It's okay because you'll see it later. And I know I didn't sing my morning song because I usually do that when I'm on Facebook. And it was still morning when I started. Right? So I know you just look forward to that every single day, me singing my morning song. And a couple of days, well, a couple of 2 or 3 days, I wasn't feeling well, so it wasn't coming out, with the glorious good morning song. But yeah, so I digress. But anyway, just let me know, even if you're seeing this on a replay. um it's going to be recorded here on YouTube. I did not figure out how to stream it on Facebook. I'll figure this out though. This is gonna be my challenge, is for me to, because I see everybody, I see people doing it, either streaming it from Facebook to YouTube or streaming it from YouTube to Facebook. I don't know which one they're doing, but I'm sure with that software I had, it just wasn't, it didn't mesh. So we'll figure it out. Okay. Because I recorded a video some time back. And when I went to check it out to make sure it was okay, it had a different thumbnail. And so I went to play it. There was no video. It said live stream ended. That means it didn't record. It didn't save. So it's just basically I was talking to myself, and it didn't save. Nothing happened. So lessons learned, right? But what is your intention as far as stepping into greatness? Your greatness is within you. As Les Brown says, you have greatness in you. You just have to let it out and let it shine. I was in a little 90-minute course yesterday with Tony Robbins and well, actually Dean Graziosi, and then Tony Robbins spoke in there for like a few minutes. But they were saying that we all have these stories and experiences in our lives that we can use to help someone else. We may not think that that's the case immediately, because we don't think our life experiences, you don't automatically think that your life experience is going to help anybody else. You're like, well, this is something I went through, and I went through this and I went through this, but you came out on the other side. So how did you do that? What tools and mechanisms that you use to do that? Because that's the story, and that's what's going to help someone else. And that could be your greatness. That could be your calling. That could be something that you're destined to do. We tend to belittle ourselves when we're thinking about what are we great at? What are you good at? What's great about you? That's another question that Dean asked in his course. He said, write down what's cool about you. And having to think about that, it's really weird how we can look at somebody else and tell them exactly what's cool about them, but when it comes to us, we have to think about it. it should roll off your tongue like butter, right? It's just to say, well, this is cool about me. This is what I, these are some of the things that's very, very cool about me. And so when he started giving examples, it was really weird that it was very simple things, but it is pretty cool. Like if you're a parent, I am a great mom, I am a great dad. I take my kids to the park. I read to my children. That's pretty cool about me. I've never missed one of my kids' activities. That's pretty cool about me. Oh, I can teach anybody anything. That's pretty cool about me. And so whatever that is for you, that is your greatness. Something that's cool about you. And how can you market that to help somebody else? It's possible, right? So take a look at that. And I wish somebody could have shown up so I could, have a conversation with you, but it's okay. Whatever I promise if you leave some comments below, I will answer. I will respond to them. I've been kind of slacking on my comments lately. Of course, I've been slacking on a lot of things as far as this YouTube channel is concerned, and please forgive me for that. But I am improving. I have a lot of videos to upload. So many. I need to hire somebody to edit them for me because, or maybe I'll do half and half. Have them edit some, have me edit some, and then just upload them and then schedule all of them to go out because there's so many. There's so many videos that I have on Facebook that I really would love to share with you. And so that's part of my greatness is that I'm pretty consistent with my Facebook lives. And so that's getting better. Getting better with my YouTube uploads is one of those things that's happening this year because I think I started slacking right about September or October of last year, and just was starting to do maybe 2 a week, and because from January last year till about October, I was doing a daily video every single day, and yeah, that stopped. I could have like 1,000 videos by now, right? So anyway, or at least 365 because that would have been all year, right? But there's a couple of series that I will go back to and finish, and so look out for those because I am stepping into my greatness. I can't hold back anymore. There's so many things that I want to do and that I will do this year because life is short. I'm 60 years old. I'm not getting any younger. You know, I don't feel, I actually feel like I'm 30. So half my age, I feel half my age, if you can believe that. So, however you feel, not what the number is, what your age number is. And you get to do what you want to do, but step into your greatness. It's in there, and just let it out. I mean, let that great, wonderful you out into the world, and let people see it. You won't know how wonderful you are until somebody comes to you and says, "You helped me. Thank you so much for sharing your story." Step into it. Your light can shine to somebody else. Because I see so many people doing that, and it's a beautiful sight to see. So I hope that you got something out of that. You can read the description. I talk about my dream homes in Florida and Montana and Italy. those are the places that I want homes in. Well, I do have a home in Florida, so I guess that one's check. Um, but I want a house, a big ranch in Montana. Uh, I want it so big that I have my house, you know, one side of the property, and then a place to have kids come for the summer, you know, like a camp, so they can ride horses and, you know, play in the dirt as kids do. Um, and just have that available, like a retreat sort of. I don't want to call it a camp because, you know, it's kind of cliche, but like a retreat where kids can come, their parents can come if they want, but they can have like a separate area where they can do adult stuff and the kids can do kid stuff, and you know, everybody gets a break, you know, from each other and to do something else. I know the world is a little bit more subdued than it used to be, but you know, there will be a time when people can be in the same place together again, without fear. But until that time comes, you know, I have that plan to just have a ranch where I can have horses and, you know, ranch. I don't know anything about doing that, but you know, the beautiful thing is that I'll have the money to do it, and I can hire people that do know how to do it. Um, and you know, the house in Florida probably will not be this one. It'll be a little bit bigger. I'm a big house girl. I love big houses. Places where I can roam. I don't know what that is. It's the gypsy in me, I guess. My mom used to say I was her gypsy because I was always moving someplace. Um, but I like different places, and I like to roam around. Um, so however that greatness looks for you, let it out. Let your light shine. Don't let anybody tell you you're crazy or you can't do it. You can. So, guys, I thank you very much for listening, and I will talk to you later. If you would like to know more about Ibuumerang, then I will leave a link in the description. I don't think I put it there, for an interactive video. You can take a look at it, and then you make a decision. It's called an I decide. You can make a decision at the end, and this video itself, you know, is something that we get as ambassadors in Ibuumerang, and it has launched the businesses of over 1,800 people in my organization alone. There's different organizations within Ibuumerang, but in my organization alone, over 1,800 people, and it's allowed people to retire from their jobs. This one lady, she was forced to retire, but she had already started her Ibuumerang business, and with that video she was making $6,000 within 30 days. Now, I'm not making any income claims because, you know, whatever income you get depends on you, but if you want to take a look at that, and it's interactive, so you do have to click buttons and decide what you want to look at. But at the end, it asks you to make a decision. And then at the end, whatever decision you make is up to you. It can be part of your greatness. So I will talk to you guys later, and I hope you have a fantastically marvelous day, or night, or evening, or afternoon, whatever it is. But I will see you in my next video. But in the meantime, I wish you peace. I wish you love, and I love you guys so much. Thanks for watching. Talk to you later. Bye-bye.